Hey everyone, happy Monday. Justin Giddings here, and we are on day 2 of 30 crowdfunding videos in 30 days. So one of the things I teach on, especially when I do consultations with prospective clients, is I talk about the 3 core components of a successful campaign. So I'd like to go through component number 1 with you. This will be a quick video, but in some ways this is the most important in that it sort of sets the scope of what a crowdfunding campaign will look like. So actually, my guess is at the end of this video might be like freaking out a little bit, but stay tuned for tomorrow and the following day where I go over components 2 and 3, because it kind of talks about how you can deal with some of the challenges that are going to pop up with component number 1. So component number 1 is having a plan. Now that probably sounds like a duh to a lot of people, but like I said, I do consultations with people. Sometimes they're prospective clients, some not, but one of the services I offer is that people can schedule a call with me and we'll talk about their campaign and stuff. And a lot of people view their project as their plan. They have something really, especially when it's really cool, right? They have something really, really cool, sci-fi or it's like genre documentary. It's like all the pieces that tend to do the best online or something like that. Or they have this really interesting take on a really interesting piece of drama or whatever. And it's really easy for these people to think that if I just throw this up there and people see it, they'll totally give me money. And it's not even that they're wrong. It's the if people see it part of that sentence that actually really matters. You can have the most amazing concept in the entire universe. You can have an incredible pitch video, amazing rewards, amazing perks. But if nobody sees it, it literally doesn't matter. I mean, Kickstarter is littered, and Indiegogo and seed&spark, littered with the corpses of incredible, amazing concepts and ideas and amazing perks. And you'll go to them and they'll have like a $200 backer average or something like this. And, a high conversion rate in terms of traffic, which I'll explain all that in a second. But they didn't get funded. And it's because they just literally didn't have enough eyeballs ever to come and see the thing. So you got to reach a lot of people. So I want to break down what this number is. Instead of a plan, really, then what we're talking about is a marketing plan, because that's what marketing is: driving traffic to a website. And in this case, it's driving traffic to a crowdfunding campaign. Now, the cool thing about marketing is that marketing is a skill, which means it can be learned. Sure, there are people who have a natural affinity for marketing, but even they have to eventually pick up skills. And skills in general is something that can be practiced and learned, and you can get better at that. The other thing about marketing is that it's a numbers game. So if you know the numbers, you can kind of reverse engineer what you need to know to be successful with your campaign. So let me give you some numbers now. Let's say you're going for $20,000. This is kind of the entry level for a lot of my clients. I've had clients raise this on their first day. So this is kind of the easy end of what I do, but I'm going to start there actually to kind of give you an idea that like if you're going for more, you can imagine then how much even more of a scope then that it's going to be. So let's say 20K, that's what you want to raise. And as an FYI, your backer average is going to be about $50, or at least that's the low end. If it's lower than that, I'm usually a bit concerned for a client. Frankly, a lot of my people can run as high as $80 to $100 backer average, but let's just kind of, for easy math, and I tend to be pretty conservative in my estimates on my politics, but $50 average backer. Okay, so if you're going to raise 20K, that means you need 400 backers. Now here's the number that sucks, because 400 may not sound too scary to a lot of people. You probably have more than 400 friends on Facebook and followers and all that kind of stuff. The scary thing is that having done 145 campaigns, I have seen that the average conversion rate, so the percentage of people who come to the page and actually give you money as opposed to just come to the page and then leave, is only about 5%. Again, sometimes maybe higher, but conservatively 5%. So that means that those 400 backers are 5%. I call them the 5% converted margin. That means you need 8,000 people to come to your crowdfunding page. You probably don't have 8,000 friends and family members. So yes, friends and family members are important. Yes, they are a big chunk of the people who are going to support you and who are going to be sort of your initial wave of sort of spreading the word and that kind of stuff. But you don't have enough of them to make these numbers work. By the way, That's 8,000 people who came to the crowdfunding page. In other words, 8,000 people who clicked on the link in the email or in a post or in a text message or whatever, right? So that has a conversion rate as well. We call it a click-through rate. The percentage of people who see a link and actually click through, on average, is like 2 to 5%. And that's good. Like 5% is great. So that means to get 8,000 people, you need, let's see, 160 to 200,000. Like 160 would be 5%, 200,000 would be like 2 to 3%. So you need like roughly 160 to 200,000 times your link is seen for your campaign in a 30-day time period. That's a huge number. That's like 5 to 10,000 views a day. That's a huge number for a professional marketer. So whether this is why I recommend getting help. Of course, I'm somebody you could hire for that. But whether it's me or somebody else, or you're just going to go do a crap ton of research, the research should not be you looking at every blog trying to figure out what perks and video and page should be. Like, that's all super important, but it only matters once you've got traffic there. So your very first thing you need to be thinking about how to do is, whether it's hiring somebody or doing research, how the heck do I reach the numbers that I need to reach? So I broke down the formula for you. A really quick way to do it is kind of whatever number you want to reach times 10. So if you want to, whatever number you want to raise times 10. So if you want to raise 20K, you're probably going to need to reach 200K. If you want to raise 50K, you're probably going to need to reach 500K, 500,000. And 100K, you're reaching 1 million. So this is why, and a lot of people don't know this, 100K. So we see all these outlier campaigns where they raise a crap ton of money. You know, the Veronica, not even the Veronica Marses, like IndieWire will give you a headline if you've got $100,000 or $200,000 raised. But the truth of it is that, especially in Kickstarter, which has the highest success rate for projects in film at $100,000 or more, you want to know what that success rate is? 0.2%. There's a 99.8% failure rate for 100K or more. Granted, all of my, I mean, again, like, that's an aggregate. So my clients, I think I've had like 4 or 5 campaigns go for that number and they've all reached it. But part of the reason why is because they understand the scope of the fact that they're reaching 1 million or more people, 1 million or more pairs of eyeballs in that time frame, so that 2 to 5% of them click through, and then 5% of those people actually give you money. So again, this is probably a little scary because those numbers are super huge. Knowing that I have a 97% success rate with my clients should tell you, though, that there's a path to reach these people. But even if we never talk again, or you never watch another video or anything like that, or you don't hire me or whatever, know that the numbers and the scope of what you're about to get into requires some planning and some strategy and a marketing plan. So that's why marketing plan is the first core component. All right, I hope you got something out of this. If you want to learn more, you can always visit my free Facebook group. I don't allow spam. I don't even post my own stuff, like very rarely. It's called Hacking Kickstarter. It's on Facebook. I think hackingkickstarter.com should forward there. Hackingkickstarter.com will forward. And even if I change the name of the group, which I'm thinking about doing, I'll still make sure that link forwards to the campaign. Of course, there's my main website, thekickstarterguy.com. Please, I meant to say this at the beginning, but please, if you're watching this in whatever capacity, YouTube, I'm going to be putting this on my podcast, you're in the group, you're on my profile, whatever, please leave a comment letting me know any questions or thoughts or concerns about crowdfunding that you may have that I can answer and address. I'm not going to hold anything back. So if you've got previous experience that really left a sour taste in your mouth and you want some input, great, post it. If you've got, just some straight up basic questions like Kickstarter versus Indiegogo, great. Post it below, post it in the comments, shoot me an email at justin@thekickstarterguy.com, and I will make sure it gets answered as part of this 30 crowdfunding videos in 30 days. All right. Hope this helps. Peace out. Talk soon.